Hi, this is Debbie from Debbie's Crafty Hands. Welcome back. We are going to be playing with the moulds that have now dried that we did the other day with toilet roll. So I've taken some out just to see how they came out. Unfortunately, the roses one didn't come out as well as I'd hoped. Some of the pieces got stuck in the little shapes, the depth of it, still a few bits in there. But they come out okay, but not as well as I would have liked them to. I painted one just to see how it would look painted. And they're not too bad. But I think the need to be using a different substrate in the roses, such as caulking, which is basically the silicone that you use round the edge of sinks and toilets and that to seal them up, and that can be quite a useful substrate in the silicone moulds, and they sort of self-level, and it fills the gaps better. Whereas when we were pushing the paper down, I was a bit wary as to whether I got it right in the layers. This one's come out better, the white one, and the red one was a little bit squished, but I think they'll still look pretty. Now for the feathers, let's see how they've come out. Oh, pretty nice. They feel nice and sturdy. They're not need to zoom out a bit, I think. That's better. I wouldn't try snapping them because they probably would snap, but they're sort of thick cardboardish texture. And they don't feel too fragile, so they come out really nice. I'm really pleased with these, and they've got a lovely texture to them. And I was thinking they could possibly be used for leaves as well as feathers if you sort of did them a colour. So I experimented, and yeah, would make quite a pretty leaf as well, especially the small ones. So we have our leaf feathers and our roses. Now for the skull. Oh yes, he's come out beautiful. Yeah, very pleased with him. Now I've got a little trick I'm going to play with him. I'm just sliding them along so you don't see what I'm doing. I think you saw what it was, but so what I'd like to do is do some sort of layout, maybe put it on a card, depends how it comes, or even frame it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm doing it so it can fit on a card for the moment, and we can go from there. So I'm using the cardboard that I got from the cat food box, and I want to do a base something like this, nice and grungy. Put a bit of black in that in a minute, but I'm going to show you how I got that effect. First of all, I want to take out some of the card, so I've got some of the stripes from the corrugation showing, which will give it a bit more of a grungy look. So I've got my little double-ended knitting needle here to help me poke the holes. And just work some of the some of it out. Leave some back in as a base to put the roses and stuff on. A couple more holes over this side. This might not be your style, but it's slightly different to what I'm used to myself. So just fun play and experimentation. Alright, I think that's get rid of those bits out of the way. So you want to start with the base layer. I'm going to start with my white acrylic. You can use gesso, but I don't actually have any gesso at the moment, so white paint is what we're going with, and it just needs to be lightly streaked over. I've got a little bit of brown on my brush from just now, so that's why it's got a little bit of a tan colour. Knock the brush off. Now, this apparently was number 28 on my paint by numbers, and I'm just using the paint up. So, waste not, want not, and all the rest of it. It's not a very pretty brown, should we say, but we can lighten it up a bit. So just gonna once again brush it, dry brush it, crisscross it a bit there. Now I've got some markers that are a bit dry, but if we blend them in with the paint, showing up very well. That's better. And just in spots. You can do this with brown ink, but I don't actually happen to have any brown ink at the moment. I will invest in some because I think it will be quite fun to use. And if you get paint on your nib, just roll it until you've got the paint off so it doesn't block the nib. These are very dry markers anyway, using them up. And a little bit of orange. Just, you don't have to use this colour scheme, you can use whatever colour scheme you like, but nice and grungy. And I think we might just add a little bit of black into the mix just to get it a bit of a... Now that's coming out a bit blue. Je ne sais quoi. Bit of a je ne sais quoi. Let's go the other way with that. I don't know why that's coming out blue, but we'll go with it. Give it like a cross-hatching effect. Right, that's enough playing with my felt pens. Now we need to think about how we want to lay it out. Now, the obvious, and pretty much going for the obvious, is a type of skull and crossbone format, I thought. So we'll have our skull in the middle and our feathers being like our crossbone piece. Out from one side, out from the other side, and out from that side. And then so we have our sort of skull and crossbone, but skull and feathers. A softer version, shall we say. Now that is bringing that up, so I'm going to take that off. Now it is quite tough. I'm going to have to cut that. Surprised how... Just going to take the little stalk off so that it doesn't hamper where the skull lays flat, and on the same other one, so it's a bit easier to place flatter. But I'm surprised how secure that was, or how rigid, sturdy, that's the word. Stern, not stern, sturdy. So, and then I thought maybe we can put the roses on either side. Something along those lines. Now we need to paint our feathers. Now I've done this one in green. I can do the other one in green, and then maybe we need a different colour possibly for the other flower. So I've got a nice purpley colour. So what I did on the other one is I didn't sort of paint it, I more poked it down the holes. Just to give the tops of it colour, rather than because I wanted to get right in there. And up the sides. Bring that up. And that one will sit that side. Now I use two different greens on the little feather. And you can completely cover it. You can use markers, you can use crayons, whatever you like. But I like the effect of nail polish because it gives it a little bit of a shimmer, and it also protects it a little bit. A little bit more up this stem on that one. I've got the darker green. And then we've got the little lime green. Just to give it a bit of highlight. I'll let them dry. Okay. Playing with all sorts of potions today. Right, so we've done our greens, we've done our purple, and we've done our sort of... What colour was this? A rosy colour, I think. Rose. Now, need a bigger selection of polishes, but I think I'll do the other ones in a dark green. A turquoisey green. So they're fun to do. You can do them. Oh, there's moulds in all shapes and sizes, I can guarantee that. I will hopefully be increasing my mould collection. We can have a play with them again and maybe do some corking and use other substrates, mediums in the silicone moulds. They're good fun and you get quite good results with them. Right, okay, so we've got these. I haven't gone right through because I want them to express what they were made from, so to speak. Now I'm not sure what colour to leave the skull. I think I'm going to leave it white, to be honest, because quite honest, that's usually what colour they are. But I do want to add a little something to him. Now, what was it? Alas, poor Oric, I knew him well. The Shakespeare play. Did he not on the stage hold out the skull and in his hand and remember his friend? Either Oric or Yorick. Might have been Yorick. Something like that. So I'm going to give him googly eyes just for the fun of it. As I say, I'm on a bit of a googly eye kick at the moment, so, and I think he'll look quite cute with the googly eyes. I'm just putting a little bit of colour glue in the eye socket. Now I hope I've got the right size eyes and they're not too big. It'll be a little bit fiddly, but I think we can get them in. Now come on. Don't mess me about. Oh. Oh, that makes him look a lot more alive. Oh dear. So he's going to sit there amongst the roses. Smelling the roses. And how are our leaves doing? They're a little bit tacky, but they're okay to glue down, so I'll do the long ones first. I'll get him in place. And that one over there. And that one over there. So we've got a nice, colourful, grungy image. I think I want to do something with the edges of the card. It is too square. So I'm just going to tear a little bit off the sides to make it less boxed off. Oh, yeah, that's not too bad there. Let's take a chunk out of that bit, and a chunk down here, and a chunk down here, and a little bit out that corner. Right, that looks a bit more raggedy. Lovely jubbly. Now then, now this bottom feather leaf is going to hang over, and so is this one, but it should be okay because I think it still fit on the card. So, right, let's work out what position we want our Auric. Yorick. It was Yorick, not Auric. I think Auric must have been his twin brother. So, now we've got our composition. We can start gluing. Now, who do we go first? Are your eyes? Yeah, I think your eyes are dry now, so we can glue you down. I say they are very light to work with as well. Another one that you can use in the moulds, I believe, is plaster of Paris. I haven't researched that very well, but I think that's the case. Nice bit of Cello glue here. I think it should hold it because it's coming off the top. It's a bit out of the way. Mess that up. And try and get our other bit and the other leafy feather. Okay. So guys, I'd be interested to find out if you'd like me to do a bit more grungy stuff or keep to the sweet cutesy stuff that I've been doing previously. It'd be fun to know. I can do a mixture anyway, so but it'd be good to know what you like and what you don't like, so I can this one needs a bit of a push down because it's got a bit of a gap underneath him. Hold you down for a second. Last one. I suppose it could be a Halloween card, maybe. I mean, I know we're not near Halloween, but we weren't near Christmas when I did the snowman card, so you know, the season will come around soon enough, and you'll be ready prepared then. I'll need a bit more glue on this one. It doesn't want to stick. Or maybe I'm just not leaving it long enough. Oh, nearly had it upside down. Give them a bit of a prod. They just need to be allowed to dry a bit. And do our little roses. I need a substantial amount of glue on these by the looks of it. Because of the corrugated cardboard being a bit uneven, just let that dry, but let's bring it up and show you a bit more close up. So he jiggle jaggles and wobble wibbles. So he can either be used as a standalone piece or a card base for maybe a happy Halloween, or just for someone who happens to like skulls. Or even you can send it to your most friendly pirate, you never know. Oh hi, hearties, hi. Thanks for watching, much love, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye now.